Okay, folks, right? Opening day, North Carolina turkey season, afternoon hunt. We're back in the same place, back end of a grain field. Turkey's been wearing it out. 3 gobblers been hanging out here basically the last week and a half. Now, this morning, they did what turkeys do, being unpredictable, doing something totally different, and we were nowhere in the ballpark at all. But part of turkey hunt, guys, you got to be patient. You got to know, sometimes you just got to sit back. Sometimes you got to let the turkeys come to you, because you can either be a turkey caller or a turkey killer. And this afternoon is all about turkey killing, okay? So we're going to sit back, relax, watch this grain field, because I know if we spend enough time right here, we're going to get opportunity. So stay tuned, because the Complete Athlete is bringing you a turkey. I got a feeling. So as you can see, folks, we got it done, right? Opening day, North Carolina turkey season, afternoon hunt. This morning did not go as planned, right? Turkeys were nowhere near us, but we knew if we stayed patient, hunted this grain field where we've been seeing a lot of sign, a lot of activity, we knew we'd get opportunity. And sure enough, hour and a half after we've been sitting here, here they come, right to us on a beeline. Had to redirect them a little bit, but other than that, guys, remember, there's a difference in calling turkeys and killing turkeys. Sometimes you just gotta sit back, relax, especially if you know turkeys are used in the area. So living proof, or I should say proof right here. But hey, Complete Athlete, getting it done, opening day of NC. Peace. So what's up, guys? Robert's coming at you, and as you can see, right, every hunt has its own excitement, right? Never take a turkey for granted. Never take a shot for granted. Because while my gun was sighted in the evening before, I shot it. It was sighted in. When I got home, my gun was shooting 4 inches to the left, okay? So somewhere between shooting it the evening before, shooting at the turkey 3 times, the gun got knocked off. So I had to go home, make the adjustments to make sure I was good to go for the next day or the next hunt. But at the end of the day, I got lucky. Plain and simple. I mean, that's part of hunting. That creates the excitement of it in a way, because you never know what's going to happen. But let's take a second and let's talk about what made this hunt successful, because that's imperative, right? You should be learning every time you step foot in the woods. Every time you go on a hunt, every time you hear a turkey, every time you have an encounter, you should be learning. So what made the hunt successful? Number one is scouting, right? I had been scouting these birds for a week and a half, right? I'd listen to them in the morning. I'd watch from afar. And when I say watch from afar, I'm not walking around the edge of the fields, guys. I'm not calling, right? And if you're calling preseason, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are doing yourself a disservice, because you're educating birds, right? You're letting him hear your tone. And truth be told, you don't want to call to a bird until you're going to try to kill that bird. Just saying. He doesn't need to know you're there until it's time to kill him. That's when he can know you're there. But until then, he does not need to know, because he will get educated through the season. and we want to make sure we're increasing our chance for success. So scouting, number one, we listened from afar, we watched from afar. We knew they were in that area. We knew they were hammering that grain field, okay? We hunted there that morning, right? We sat there till 10 o'clock. And this comes to number two, right? We sat there till 10 o'clock and we just sat there. We did very little calling, right? We understood they were going to be there. We weren't there to call turkeys. We were there to kill turkeys. That's a big difference, right? We could have sat there and we could have called and called and called and called and called. That's not what was going to kill that turkey, right? Yes, they threw us a curveball. They were nowhere close to that grain field. But if you know anything about turkeys and you've ever observed them, they're going to make their round. And if they're using that grain field, they will be there. So we got back in there later that afternoon, right? We didn't disturb them. We didn't try to do too much that morning. Got back in there, and it was a waiting game. Plain and simple. It was a waiting game. We made a few series of calls, just little soft yelps, and sure enough, boom, here they come. So number two, understand your area, understand your environment, right? Give what the turkeys are willing to give, right? If they're not really paying you any attention and they're quiet and they're cold, don't go out there and try to blow them out of the water. If you know where they're going to be patient. Let them come to you, and that's exactly what we did. So when you're looking at the success for our hunt, why we were successful, scouting and not trying to do too much, guys, okay? You are turkey killing, right? You're not turkey calling. And when in doubt, let the turkeys come to you. So there you have it. Robert's coming at you from The Complete Athlete. That is what made our hunt successful. Peace.